Kaylee Pearson might look like a mom that needs to take control.
Hey, don't do that.
I was in the grocery store with both the babies, and a lady was really bent out of shape in the fruits and vegetables that my kid was screaming, and I just bawled and had to leave the store.
Did you go with Grandma?
Kaylee and Jake are trying everything they can to fix their kid. They've been to several doctors.
My coworkers constantly say, I don't know how you guys do it. You don't know how you're gonna do something until that thing is faced, and then you just have to.
Kaylee and Jake were married at the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, and 3 months later, they received exciting news.
It's a boy. We had sort of a scary delivery with him, but he came home, was doing good. Cooper was 3 months old.
Then the news came that they were having a baby girl.
It was kind of a whirlwind.
And 3 months after that,
I ended up having to come to Utah. We lived in Nevada. And I ended up having to go into surgery to get my gallbladder removed.
and that's when they received the news.
The surgeon came in that morning and said, "Did the OB come talk to you about the ultrasound last night?" And I was like, "No."
Maylee's intestines were on the outside of her body, a condition called gastroschisis, which meant surgery and a 6-week stay in the newborn intensive care unit.
Meanwhile, at home, we were dealing with Cooper.
Cooper had lost significant weight, and nobody seemed to have any answers.
We were told that he's picky. We were told that he's stubborn.
Jake and Kaylee were feeling overwhelmed, so they turned to their star player for help.
Team Grandma. Just trying to support, trying to help make it a little bit easier.
When Maylee was born, doctors determined she'd need additional surgeries and would have to stay in the NICU for several months.
Once they told us that, it was like, okay, well, we're either going to commit to being married but apart, or we're going to be a family.
They found a home in Utah near Kaylee's parents, who had moved from Nevada a year earlier for reasons that didn't make sense at the time.
Almost all of our kids and grandkids were in Nevada when we left. The divinely orchestrated events in our life, even if it was just for Kaylee and Jake, that was enough.
For the next several months, Jake and Kaylee could only visit their newborn in the hospital.
You have to walk past the oncology to get to the NICU. And I remember we walked past and she said, "I don't know, I couldn't have a kid with cancer." And 5 months later, we find out that we have a kid with cancer.
Do you want me to keep those on? When the doctor told me that Cooper had a brain tumor, I wanted to throw up. I was just sick. For it to be my kid was kind of like a sucker punch to the gut.
Your head hurts. Does it need a kiss better?
It's been very difficult and hard at times, but there has been a lot of good and a lot of miracles that have happened.
And some of those miracles have come from complete strangers.
Hi!
Oh,
Hello!
nice to meet you, Kaylee.
Nice to meet you guys.
I'm Jenna.
Come in. Hi, I'm
Give me a
Kaylee.
hug.
Walli Cases gives back every month to a family. She messaged me and she said, "You know, we saw your story and we chose you guys for our family for November."
I know it doesn't take all your problems away, but it definitely,
It was a huge
Lessons.
blessing.
yeah.
It's gonna make me cry because the last few months of last year were pretty challenging. They were probably the hardest.
You be good for mama, be nice to brother. Okay, love you.
He didn't get PTO at his new job for 6 months, and so we just didn't get paid. So it was a blessing to get that and know that we had that to lean on and fall back on. And
Amazing
thanks.
mom.
Thank you.
As hard as the past couple of years have been, Kaylee says her family's compassion for others has increased.
When you have a kid that's diagnosed with something that you don't know how long they could live, you don't know what their future looks like, it changes something inside of you.
I love you.
You learn what empathy is because you walk through the grocery store and you see that everybody has a story. So now I take a step back when I want to be irritable with somebody in the grocery store and I go, gosh, what's going on in their life that you can't see? Let's finish pushing your food through, okay? It's been a journey and I hate to say far from over, but we just keep pushing and praying and just trying to figure out what's best for our kids.